With the Super Dirt late model seasons winding down and the Lucas Oil late model season coming to an end, there is lots of rumors and speculation about where drivers might be going to, where some teams might be switching chassis. And the latest is that SSI Motorsports and Hudson O'Neal might switch from Longhorns to Rockets. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. I wrote this up over at stockcarreport.com, and this latest rumor comes to us again from Justin Fiedler over at Dirt Tracker, where he shared his thoughts in a recent upload to YouTube. This is what he said. I do think this is a team, speaking about SSI Motorsports and Hudson O'Neal, that could be in play for a chassis change. SSI was a Longhorn team with Ricky Thornton Jr., and O'Neal spent the rest of the season in Longhorns after going through various teams after leaving Rocket. Obviously, Kevin Rumley and Longhorn helped him out as he was kind of transitioning from Rocket, and then he eventually started his own team, and then he merged that team with SSI in July. Nevertheless, Fiedler goes on and says, I've heard a few rumblings about this one, and O'Neal has had significant success in Rockets in his career. A move here would not shock me. Fiedler isn't the only one to hear this, though. I actually reached out to Super Late Model, Dirt Late Model Insider Racing Jason, and he informed me and StockCarReport.com that he also heard that SSI Motorsports was looking to switch to Rockets from Longhorn, and he told me that he heard this 3 weeks ago. So there might be some legitimacy to this. Remember, Racing Jason is the guy who kind of broke the news regarding Hudson O'Neal leaving Rocket all the way back at the beginning of the year. And he has a lot more information as well when he was telling me this. But those will be, we'll talk about those in later videos. So stay tuned for that. And again, if you have not subscribed yet, please hit that button because we have a lot of information from Racing Jason to share with you. I do want to point this out too, though, that O'Neal did recently share a year-ending recap post to Facebook. And interestingly enough, in that post, he noted he did make friends for a lifetime with the whole entire Rumley family, who was able to provide him a ride, as I said, after he left Rocket One. He wrote this: made a tough decision this past March to walk away from the number one ride in the country. We were very successful, but sometimes big checks and money isn't everything. Walked away with no what's next plans. Kevin Rumley called immediately when he heard the news. We were just racing together to have fun and keep my feet wet. Not really sure where it was going to lead. Thank you to the whole entire Rumley family for stepping up for us. We made friends for a lifetime. And then included in that Facebook post, there's about 24 images here, but a picture with Rumley and O'Neal was prominently featured. Not sure if that's just how they uploaded them or if that was done on purpose to feature that. You never know with what these guys are doing. They're clearly sending lots of hints on social media. They'll always tell you that they're not really paying attention to social media, but they are. They do. They pay attention. They definitely do. I do want to point out though that while there is kind of some idea that maybe he would go back to Rocket because he found he had more success in Rockets compared to Longhorns. I think obviously he didn't have that much time in a Longhorn compared to a Rocket. But he did find success. He had multiple wins with SSI in that Longhorn. He won at Eagle Raceway and Shelby County Speedway in the middle of July with Lucas Oil, and followed that up with second place finishes at Clay County Fair Speedway and Davenport Speedway with the XR Super Series. He struggled a little bit through August for the most part, but he would nab feature wins at Eldora at the beginning of September in those preliminary features for the World 100. And he did get a win with the Casual Flow Racing Series at Brownstown at the end of September. So he did find success with SSI in the Longhorn, but obviously he might feel more comfortable in a Rocket, obviously spending a lot of time in the Longhorn, and that just might be his driver preference. So we'll see what happens regarding this rumor, but obviously we're hearing this from Fiedler as well as Racing Jason, the Super Dirt Late Model Insider, who originally broke the story that Hudson was going to be leaving Rocket One. But let me know what you guys make of this in the comments below.